Hi, welcome to my Makeup Monday for Monday the 29th of January. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. And today we're going to make a fun fold card. We actually made this card in my class yesterday. And I had a fun fold class yesterday and this is one of the cards we made. I got the design from my team leader, Linda Dolke. And I thought it was a really cool card and it's not that difficult, and I put it into my class. So it's called a pop-up card or a pop-out card. So we're using the Meandering Meadow suite of products, but when you open it up it goes like that, and I just thought that was really cool. So that's what we're going to make today. So I shall flip down to my craft desk and we can get started. Okay, alright, so this is, as you can see, now you can see it looking down on it. This is what it looks like. So it's using the Meandering Meadow suite, as I said. The dies, the paper, the butterflies and dragonflies. And that's what it does when you open it up. I'll bring it down a bit. I forget sometimes and I sit up too high. So I'll bring it down. So that's one in Highland Heather, the cardstock, and I did this one in Night of Navy. So I had a couple of samples on my card on my table, and voila. I thought that was a really cool design when I saw Linda do it, and I just had to replicate it. So I replicated it, put it in one of my classes, and now it's a Makeup Monday. So the Meandering Meadow suite is an online exclusive. So when you go to my online store, you'll see a tab that says Shop Now and then Shop Products. When you click on the Shop Products, you get a whole lot of items or tabs that you can click on, like stamp sets, bundles, you know, paper, designer series paper. And one of those tabs is online exclusives. So if you click on that tab, it takes you to a whole lot more products that don't appear in any catalogues. So the Meandering Meadow is one of those bundles. So the bundle, I think you can see that pretty well. The bundle includes the stamp set, the dies, the 6x6 designer series paper, the birds and dragonflies adhesive backed gems or bling or whatever you'd like to call it, and also this pecan pie ribbon, which is here. This is the ribbon. So it's really pretty ribbon, really nice. So that's the suite collection. Now bear in mind that you don't have to buy everything in the suite collection. Like, you don't have, if you don't want the paper or if you don't want the ribbon, then you just need to put in the stamp set die bundle item number, the paper number item number, and the dragonflies and birds item number. But if you want all of it, there's one item number that you can put into the online store and everything there will go straight into your shopping cart. But each thing is available individually. Just always remember, when there's a stamp set and dies or a stamp set and punch, they're normally bundled, and if you buy the bundle you save 10% on the individual prices. So keep that in mind. So always have a look at the online exclusives. It's always good to know that they're there. And when you're in the online store, don't forget the clearance rack. The clearance rack always has lots of great bargains. Now the other thing we're going to use today is an adhesive that is not used frequently. It's on page 138 and it's the foam adhesive strips. So this is what they look like. I might just turn the lamp off, see if that helps. This is what they look like. They come in a pack like this. They're $14 and you get 2 sheets. And they're got individual, so they're just like dimensionals, but they're in strips, and they're great for shaker cards or for the card that we're doing today. So that, I just thought I'd point number 4. Where's number 4? I've lost it. There it is. I just thought I'd point those out, because if you're wanting to do something with a scene and give it a bit of depth, these are great. These are really good. So let's have a look at what we're going to do. Okay, so as I said, this is the card we're going to make, and I just bring it down and I just think it's just great. I just make sure I am recording. Yes, that's wonderful. And this was the Highland Heather one, and I just think it's a really great wow card. People just look at that from the front and think, oh, that's really lovely, beautiful card, but then when they open it up, they get a wow. And that's really nice to give someone a wow when you give a card. Let me just make sure I'll put my phone on to silent. Don't want any interruptions. So, have a sip of water. Okay, so these are the things you need for this card. You need a card base. Now this is a piece of A4 cardstock cut in half. I'll show you, kind of like cut in half lengthwise, like down the middle that way. So it's 29.7 centimeters by 10.5. In inches, that's 11 3/4 centimeters by 4. No, in inches, 11 3/4 inches by 4 1/8 inch. Okay, and then we've got our normal matting pieces, which is 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters, or 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. And next matting piece is our beautiful paper. Is 9.5 centimeters by 13.9, or 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/2. I've got a few other little bits and pieces here. And then for our little sentiment on the inside here, you've got a square 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters, or 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches. And then your layering piece of white cardstock is 6.5 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters, or 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 inches. You will also need another piece of the beautiful Meandering Meadow paper. I think that's what it's called. Yes, Meandering Meadows. You'll need another piece of that, and it's pretty hard to choose because all the designs are so beautiful. And this 6 by 6 piece of DSP is actually 15.2 centimeters by 15.2 centimeters. You're going to score it in half at 3 inches and at 3 inches. So you need that. And then I've got a couple of other little bits cut out. I've cut out the little gate. Where's our... There's our little bling for later. Here we go. No, here we go, the dies. These are the dies. I've cut out this gate in anticipation of wanting it. If I can get it out. I've cut that little gate out. And I've cut a stylish shape little banner out for our banner, our hello greeting. And I've got a 1/2 centimeter strip of the adhesive gold and silver glimmer paper that's in the online exclusives as well, and that's 1 sheet of 12 by 12 gold and 1 sheet of 12 by 12 silver, and it's adhesive backed, so it's really good. And it was available before Christmas, so I used a lot of it on Christmas cards, but it's still in the online store if you'd like to still get it. So if you need to take a screenshot of any of that, I'll let you just do that for a second and then we'll get started. Okay, all right, so let's put what we don't need just now to one side. We don't need that. We don't need that. put that over there. I'll hang on to that. These post-it notes are all handy because they're pretty much normal layering pieces for us here in Australia. So I will hang on to those for future cards. Okay, so you've got, this is Blueberry Bushel. This is a colour I hardly ever use. So, but on the back of your paper pack, you will always find a list of, let me just get the cardboard out without a piece of paper. You will always find a list of all the colours, well, not all of them, but the majority of the coordinating colours that's in the paper. So I always use that as a guide, and pretty much always use whatever's suggested in the back of, on the back of the designer series paper as my card base or a layering matting piece. So use a colour from that recommendation of the colours that are used in the paper. So I've scored this in half at 14.9 centimetres, or if you want that in inches, it will be, let me just look, 6 and that's 6 1/4, but it's 6 3/8. So it's just in half. You can just fold it if you want to and score it with your bone folder. You don't have to use your scoring blade. I always like to use my scoring blade though. Okay, so I've just folded that in half, and now we've got this piece that's going to go here, and this is going to be cut out and dry embossed with a beautiful embossing folder called the Exposed Brick Embossing Folder. So I shall get my Big Shot, no, not my Big Shot, my cut emboss machine in, fancy calling it the Big Shot, and we can emboss and then cut it out. Okay. So when you're using a 3D embossing folder, let me just put that there. So this is the beautiful Exposed Brick Embossing Folder. You can see the design there on the paperwork. Can't really see it very well here, but it's really lovely, and it's great for masculine cards. It's great for all kinds of cards, but it's one I got because it's a really good masculine, works well with masculine cards. Let's cut it first so Denise doesn't get it skew whiff again. I am just eyeballing it, so maybe my eyeball is not straight. I think that's the same width. Okay, let's die cut the arch first and see how we go. Did I get that straight or centered? That's better. That's more centered, isn't it? And as I said, you've got this panel left over, which you can go ahead and emboss later if you wish. So let me get rid of those plates and get the embossing folder back in. You can do it, as I said, either way. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to put my arch, my window frame, in my embossing folder. Spine first, my 3D plate on top, and wind that through. Like so. Actually, I do prefer to cut it out first, and you can see the beautiful texture on that. Now while I'm here, I'm going to put my arch, window arch that it cut out in the embossing folder, because I've got an idea for another card for this. So I'm going to do that and run that through while I've got it out, and I might make that card up later. There we go. Now I'm pretty sure, and so that's my arch beautifully embossed. I'm pretty sure I don't need my die cutting machine again. But you know, you never know with me. I think I'm done, and then I realise I'm not done. Okay, so let's pop this back over on my bench. Whoa! I think that moved my glass mat. Okay, bring our things back in, like so. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our glue. That's the old one, I'll use a full one. And we're going to put this down on our card. And then we're going to put the adhesive foam strips, like the dimensionals, on the back of this and pop that up. So let's do this first. And this is just one of the beautiful designs from the Meandering Meadow paper. Okay. Make sure I'm straight. Okay, so I'm just putting that down. So it's 1/2 centimetre or 2.5 centimetres shorter than my window piece, window panel. So I'm just putting that down. Even just that looks beautiful. Looks like you could wander down this path. And then we're going to put this over the top, like so. Okay, so I'm going to get, this is my pack that I'm nearly finished. I'm going to get this out and I'm going to put it along the sides, just down the sides here. I mean, you can use normal dimensionals. You don't have to have this for this card. I just really like using this. And I'm going to put it along the bottom. And I'll pull another strip off. It's really great for shaker cards because you can put your shaker pieces in and this contains it. They don't fall out. There we go. And I'm just going to run that up this side. And it just has backing that peels off just like dimensionals. And I'm going to run this piece across the top here. Or should I go down a little bit lower? Let's go down a little bit lower. And I won't need all of this strip, but I do need to use it. I want to put a little bit down here too. And it just snips in half. It's fine. Now it doesn't matter, there's a few gaps up here because it's not a shaker card. That doesn't matter at all. Okay, so I'll just put this one back on my leftover bit. And did I tell you that you get 2 sheets in a packet of these and it's $14. It takes me a while to use these up. I'm just going to put this down here because I don't want that dipping when it's on the card base. So let's just pull off these little backing pieces. So we've been having really, really hot weather here in Australia. Friday was 42. That was a bit unpleasant. Today, Sunday and Saturday hasn't been nearly as hot, but it's still very humid. So I guess we shouldn't complain. It is summer. It's to be expected. I'm just going to grab all that and get rid of it now. Okay, so this is going to go over the top, and I'm going to stand up because I think I can line things up a little bit better if I stand up. But you know, I might not be able to. Let's see how we go. So I'm going to put this over the top. So I've got my little border of the blueberry bushel all the way around. And I'll just push that down. I could have put another one up there if I wanted another piece up there so it didn't dip in, but I think that's okay. And can you see that that gives you a little bit of depth? You actually feel like you're looking through a window when you mount your white up. It just gives you a bit of depth. Okay, so I can probably put these away now. Okay. So let's bring our little gate in. I never know which way the gate's meant to go. I've done it this way with the point up, but somebody told me in class yesterday the thicker part should be at the base. So maybe I better do that today. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here and just dottage. It's hard when it's a new pot of glue because it just wants to come out quickly. Okay, and I'll pick up my little gate and I'm just put my finger in the glue. I'm just going to slide that, I'm just going to tuck that in like so. So it looks like you've got to go through the gate to get to the pathway. And I did get some blue spurtage, which never makes me happy. Come on, out you come. Okay, so that's our little gate attached. I'll hang on to that tissue in case I need it again. And then I'm going to put a little strip of the glimmer paper down here. Now you just need to get your fingernails and take your pick tool just to get that started, and you peel the backing off so it's just like a sticker, and you just pop that. I'm just going to pop that. I should have said that was 1/2 centimetre, or I might have said it. It's 1/2 centimetre of the glimmer paper, and it's 10 centimetres wide. Okay, so let me find my blueberry bushel ink pad and my go-to greeting snacks there. I would think I've got everything before I start a video, and then I realise I don't because I'm a silly nong. Okay, put that there. Okay, so I've just done a little hello from go-to greetings. So you could, I don't think just a note fits on that. I'm just saying. But if you wanted to make it a happy birthday, we could do that. I have another banner. This is my little banner box. I cut a whole lot out sometimes when I'm cutting one or two. I think, oh, I'll just cut a few extras. So I've always got extras. So, yeah, let's do, well, that's going to cover up most of the gold. Oh, not too bad if I do it over here. I think that will work. Let's go with that. And get a block out. Oh, my blocks are getting a bit goopy. I need to give them all a bit of a clean with the eucalyptus oil. Okay, just pop this here. Normally you would stamp first and then die cut, but sometimes it's just easier to have a die cut ready to go. So that's a really stiff ink pad to open and close. Goodness gracious. So let's just move that to one side, and I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, normal dimensionals. I might use mini ones. Where's my take a pic tool? Or my old take a pic tool. There we go. So yeah, I had a big class yesterday. I had 6 in my class, and I say that's a big class because it's a lot to fit around my dining room table. My dining room table seats 8, but when you're, you know, cutting and making cards, it's a bit squishy with 8 around the table, so even with 6 sometimes it can be a bit squishy, but it went well and that was good. Okay, so these are the beautiful dragonflies and birds from this suite. So you can see I'm needing to get another pack. These are the dragonflies down here, and there's 2 styles of birds. One's flying to the right and one's flying to the left. So let's grab a dragon, and they're adhesive backed, which is really cute, really nice. I'm going to pop one there. Dragonfly can sit on the fence, on the gate. And I might pop this one up here, and this one can be maybe over here. And they're quite flat. They're quite flush. They're not very raised. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll pop that back in here. Okay, so that's the front of our card finished. Now to get to the inside of our card, which is pretty exciting. The wow factor. Okay, so we'll move that. So this is our 6x6 paper, and as I said, it's already scored in half and in half again. So you can just get that right if it's not quite right with your bone folder. And then what we're going to do, we're going to fold it diagonally, like so. Just once. We're only going to do it one diagonal fold. We don't want 2, we just want 1. Okay. So then now, I've got to remember how to do this. Okay, yes, I remember. Now, it's just a bit fumbly fingers. Just go over your score lines. Just give them a good... And then you get these ones and you bring the diagonal ones, you bring up, but you want the center to go down. So, can you see what I'm doing? You bring the diagonal point of your score lines up, and the center point goes down. Hang on to that, and then close it shut, and you get a 3x3 square. I'll show you that again. Okay, so you've got your 6x6 paper, you've got it scored in half, and then 1 diagonal score. Just give your scores a good fold back so that they're sort of flexible. They'll move for you. Then grab your diagonal points and bring them up towards you, and the center point goes down away from you. Okay, grab those 2 points and squeeze these together and you get a 3-inch square. Okay, righto. I'll tell you what else I need. I need another piece. See, I thought I had everything and I don't. I need another piece for my insert. Goodness me. You can tell I obviously wasn't a Girl Guide or and to be prepared. Anyway, so my insert is 14.4 centimeters by 10 centimeters. You'll have to go back to the beginning of the video to see what that was in inches, because I can't remember. Okay, so that's my insert. So we're going to attach that first on the inside of our card. And just like that, leaving a little border all the way around of the blueberry bushel. Perfect. Now, if you're really pedantic, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, you can get a pencil and mark the halfway. So we're 10.5 centimeters, so we want 5.75 centimeters will be half. So 5.75 You can just eyeball this, but if you don't want to do that, no, that's not right. It's 5.25. See? I'm wrong. You can just eyeball it. 1, 2, so about there, which is what I do most of the time. But if you prefer, you can mark it. So that was 5.25 centimeters. In inches, that would be 2 1/16. Okay, right, so now I know this is the one with the beautiful scenery design, but if we put that down so when it popped up it would be on the side, it would be sideways, and we don't want that. So if we're going to put it down, you want it to be the plainer piece of paper to pop out. Let me show you what it would look like if we did it the other way. I just got to manipulate my paper. So we bring that up. And so if we did it this way, I'm just going to hold my other piece of paper wherever it is. No, I haven't. Oh yeah, that's right. What am I doing? If we did it this way with the design to pop up, see how it's either upside down or it's sideways? That's why I use a piece that's not like, you know, more plain, because I don't like that. I think that looks funny. So let me just get this happening again. So grab my 2 corners, make sure that the center point's going down, and bring it in like that. Okay? And so when we put that one down and the card opens, it's plain, which is much nicer, I think. So grab your glue and put glue onto one of these squares, 3-inch squares, not the one with the crease in it, one that's just like a 3-inch square. And then put that on your card base, on your center mark, if you've marked a center piece or if you're eyeballing it, and put it at the top of your white insert cardstock. Don't butt it right up to the score line, because it just restricts the movement of the card. So put it at the top of your white insert on your pencil mark, or if you're eyeballing it, in the center. Okay. Just press that down so it adheres. Okay, so that's going to go like so. And then mop up your glue spurtage. And then you put your glue on this other piece, other 3-inch square. And then you can actually just close your front of your card down onto it and press it down. Now you're probably saying, but there's little corners poking out. And there are. But I'll show you how to fix that. Okay. So now when you open your card, ta-da! Okay, now these little corners, if you get your paper snips, I know it's frightening, and just snip them off. Snip them off. When you open up your card again, you've got little notches here, here, and here. Oh, that one didn't get a notch. Why didn't that get a notch? It mustn't have been poking out. Oh, look at what I just did. Gracious. I'll fix that later. Don't pull it when you've glued it. So yeah, you get your little notches. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to these pieces, because these are going to go here. So we'll take off these dimensions, get rid of those. So what did I use here? I'm really cross, I just tore that. But you can't tell I'm really cross because I'm trying to be pleasant. So this piece is going to go here. Okay, and then this piece is going to go here. So we've done happy birthday, so let's get our garden meadow stamp set back in, and you've got to stamp it like a diamond. Don't stamp it like that because it'll be side on in your card. So stamp it like a diamond. And let's see, we can do the flower basket. I think we might do, we've got happy birthday on the front, and I could have used that happy birthday. I didn't even think of that. What a silly moo. I might use the flower basket and every day is a fresh start. Let's do that. So let me just find, there's the flower basket, and every day is a fresh start. And I'll fix that up. Oh, that's so stiff, that. Okay, so I'm just going to ink it my every day is a fresh start. And I shall pop that back over there, and I shall get my little flower basket, and you can put your flower basket on your front, on your envelope if you so desire. Pop that in there. Whoops, don't throw it on the floor, you might lose it, never see it again. Okay, and we'll get rid of my very tight blueberry bushel, and we're going to put glue on that, put that onto the matting piece like so, and then put glue on the back of your matting piece, and open up your card that is not torn because you haven't been stupid like me, and lay that in here. There we go. This will become my sample card. And these are my better cards. So there you go. Just ignore that tear there. It's not there. Let's pretend it's not there. So that's your card. So pop up or pop out window card, I think it's called. What do you think? They're pretty cool, aren't they? I do like them. And it's a great way to use your designer series paper. There's one that's not torn. And here's another one in Highland Heather, I think it is. It's not Gorgeous Grape, it's Highland Heather. I'm pretty sure it's Highland Heather. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just ignore that Denise, tore her card. But you can see, let me see, you can see the notches on this one. Can you see the little notches? So when your little corners stick out on either side, just get your paper snips, clip them off. I know it's frightening. When I did it the first time, I thought, no, but it creates these little notches. So there you go. That's today's one. I don't know why that didn't cut through. Anyway, who knows? But there's all the different scenes, some of the 3 different scenes from that beautiful paper. Now, if you're interested in Celebration, any order that you place over $90, you can get a free product from the Celebration brochure. So yeah, there's lots of them in there that are for $90 spend, and there's a few up the back for $180 spends if you spend that much. So if you do spend $90 or more, when you go to the checkout in the online store, it prompts you to put in your Celebration free item. If you're interested in joining during Celebration, there's two promotions. Well, there's two options. That's the word I'm looking for. There's two options going. You can join and pay $169 and get $235 worth of product plus this glass mat, which comes with, let's just move everything, which comes with this silicone sheet, or no, silicone mat that sticks, and you can put your ink pads on it, you can blend inks, you can do all sorts of things, and this cloth that you keep damp, it's like a chamois, and it cleans your mat off for you. That's option number one. Option number two, if you don't want the glass mat, you can pay $169 and get $286 worth of products. Your shipping is free when you join, and you do get some catalogs and business material as well. But if you're interested in that option, just let me know and I can help you with that. But yeah, so that's my Makeup Monday for today. Let's just find... what's going on? No, let's just find... There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that card. Don't tear your card. Don't be an idiot like me. So that, I hope you enjoyed that pop-up window card. I think they're really cute and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card in this paper. I really love this Meandering Meadow paper. So don't forget the online store if you're shopping, and check the clearance rack out as well. So have a great week, everybody. I'm busy. I'm not at work now, so I'm busy doing all sorts of other things. So have a great week, and I shall see you on Friday for Card and a Cuppa. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.